Penny.
Big news of the day, wide receiver Brandon Marshall has been sent from the Denver Broncos to the Miami Dolphins for a second-round pick in next week's draft and another second-round pick next year. For reaction, Jeff Darlington, the Dolphins beat writer for the Miami Herald, joining us more to see what folks are talking about in Miami, and presumably Marshall will get the kind of contract that he has been seeking, something he was very unhappy about, and that manifested itself in a variety of ways there in Denver. Some may be asking this morning, Jeff, why sign a player who has had not only some legal issues, what some might call character issues, and who has struggled with several off-the-field problems, including insubordination in the past?
It's a very legitimate question, and I will say this. When this organization makes these kind of decisions, they do it with a level of conviction that other organizations tend to lack. This team will go into this full go and will believe that they can change a man who has obviously had a long trouble with the law. And I think that one of the things that needs to be made clear is that the Dolphins have picked up guys with troubled past despite the perception that they won't go after them. I mean, this year alone, Richie Incognito, the Dolphins guard, is a guy who has been dubbed on-the-field distraction from all of his personal fouls. But the team believes that they can change these players, and it's a very legitimate question, but one we're going to be watching extremely closely as this Marshall trade goes down.
How does this change the shape of the Dolphins' offense, which certainly has received a lot of notoriety with the success of the Wildcat, but also ranked 20th in passing offense last year?
Well, one of the things that this team has preached about the wide receiving core is that they don't necessarily feel bad about a lot of the guys within it. I think that Greg Camarillo serves a very distinct role. Brian Hartline, the second-year player, also has a role. Devon Best has proven to be a solid slot receiver, but they have never gotten the production at that number one spot. So I think all of a sudden when you slide into that, it makes Devon Best a better slot receiver. It makes Hartline and Camarillo more productive. I do tend to think that Ted Ginn Jr., though, will be the odd man out here. He is on the trade block. The Dolphins are looking to get something, really anything for him at this point, and I don't expect that to change. I think by training camp, we'll see a receiving core that does not include Ted Ginn Jr.
One of the things, unquestioned, Brandon Marshall, clearly among the elite receivers in the NFL as this Miami team looks to get back to the playoffs. That's Jeff Darlington of the Miami Herald with reaction on the trade of Brandon Marshall.